Welcome back to Talanoa Tupe. We're here in the studio with Dr Lupe Taumoepeau. So Lupe, you're a very proud Tongan woman. What is it that you bring from your cultural background that makes you a better doctor?
I think something that's common to all Pasifika cultures is the idea of serving and also respect. And, you know, I think I tell my junior doctors and medical students all the time that every decision you make has to be patient-centred, patient-focused. And, you know, part of that is understanding the patient's story, you know, why it is that they were late to this particular clinic appointment, why they haven't filled the prescription that you gave them, you know, the last time you saw them, all of that kind of stuff. And I think that's something that is kind of inherent in Pasifika people is this idea of, you know, wanting to really know somebody, really get to the root of their story, spending time to develop that relationship. And, you know, part of that is just respecting that person in their own right. You know, so I insist on people kind of calling me by my name. I don't really like having the title, although I know that there is, you know, for some patients that's important, that they need to recognise who I am in terms of my seniority and that sort of thing. But I think I sort of have this sort of flat hierarchy in my team, which is something that I sort of transfer when I have interactions with patients, and that's sort of you know, something that I think is part of my cultural background in terms of you know, having respect for elders, but also, you know, wanting to serve them in the way that I do because you know, I sort of want to get to know them, know what their story is, and then and help them sort of understand why their health is the way it is, you know, what the problem is, what the solutions are, and, you know, how they can also, you know, take some responsibility for that. I think Pasifika people are good storytellers. We're generally good communicators, and I think those things also help me really try and develop a good relationship with my patients.
Yeah. You know, it's so interesting because I feel like having good relationship building skills is something that gets written off really easily as a soft skill that anyone can do, when I feel like it is such a strength for Pasifika people because, as you say, it's innate in, you know, who we are and what we do. Nothing gets done without understanding who this person is and who they are in terms of the wider context, their family background, and, you know, all of that kind of stuff, I suppose, really would help a doctor to see this person as a person.
100%. You know, I tell my junior staff that if I think about the colleagues who I have the most respect for, it's not actually the slickest surgeons or the person who knows all the answers or, you know, knows every single drug reaction, you know, that a particular medication has. It's actually the people who have empathy. You know, it's my colleagues who give their patients time, who give me time, you know, people who are good communicators. I'm involved in selection for candidates for both vascular surgery and also for orthopaedic surgery in New Zealand. And, you know, the things that we look for are, you know, defined by the college as 9 different competencies. The technical side, right, the knowledge side is one of those competencies. The rest of it is all about communication, about leadership. You know, so it's really, you know, and those are the things that I think really shine through in Pasifika, you know, medical students and junior doctors. So it's something that I'm really keen to help them recognise that as a strength, and as you say, building relationships is really what this job is all about. So it's such an important part. Sure, you have to have the knowledge, but if you don't have a relationship with someone, then they're not going to trust you, and you're not going to be able to treat them or get the best outcome from the relationship.